When rebels attacked their village, siblings Imani, Anisette, Baraka and Kibonge, who is just 4 years old, were forced to flee into the surrounding forests. Their parents were out getting food. When their mother Josephine returned, the children were gone.
I
was scared that hunger and disease would strike them. Because they were alone and had nowhere to go, I was so worried that they could be affected by all the evil things around.
The parents fled to a refugee camp and began the search for their children. With the help of the aid agency Save the Children, they were found close to their village and the family was reunited.
When I was separated from my mother, I felt so unwell. It was even difficult to eat. I am here with my parents now, and I feel so much better than before.
Aid agencies estimate almost 1 million people have been displaced in North Kivu by the upsurge in fighting between rebels known as the M23 and government forces. The rebels have made advances in recent weeks, even occupying the regional capital Goma in November before withdrawing almost 2 weeks later. Save the Children has identified 923 separated children in the worst hit areas, and there are probably thousands more in settlements across North Kivu, says spokesperson Katie Seaborn.
Often in the chaos when families are leaving, children become separated from their families. This puts them at extreme risk, and we can only imagine how terrifying that must be for the children.
Seaborn says the children are especially vulnerable to sexual violence, and many could be forced to become child soldiers in the conflict. Aid workers for the Red Cross say they have found very young children next to their parents' lifeless bodies or wandering alone by the side of the road. The agency is also working to reunite families, which often involves days or weeks of searching and journeys of hundreds of kilometers. Nadine Kanyere found her youngest son Ushindi in Goma 2 weeks ago after they were separated in an attack.
I feel alive again with my children around me. Their absence almost killed me, but I don't know where to go from here.
Life in the refugee camps remains tough and at times dangerous. Rebels often try to steal aid. For these families, their stories of terror and flight have a happy ending. But there are hundreds, if not thousands, more children who have been forced to flee and are now alone in the midst of a brutal conflict. Henry Ridgewell for VOA News, London.